see if I can get it up here. Everybody, this is what he keeps sending.
Not the base. Yeah. All right. So I got my bonus for my extra thread. I'm going to get that for extra damage.
And yes, somebody actually commented about this. You, according to rules, will only get one extra.
Yeah, I said that last time.
Oh, yeah, I know. I just forgot about it until this guy reminded.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the session after I did that, I corrected my own self.
Yes.
But yes, that guy is correct.
That was 2
weeks. It's
weeks
one every 4. It's basically, what? Whatever. Whenever
As
it was.
As opposed to correcting your bad self.
Yes. No, I never do that. I just go on with my bad self.
Anyway. Roy Brown. You must know this.
Ooh.
Sometimes
baddest Nethermancer in the whole damn care.
Sometimes, but only on Saturday nights.
Better than Vergigorm.
This is a joke that
being Vergigorm is better than meeting Vergigorm.
Okay, so
thread. Yes, so I will now do my spellcasting roll. Boop. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is their mystic defense?
Their mystic defense.
And did I beat it by more than 5 or more?
Yes, you beat it by 6.
Okay, so that's a little bit more bonus damage. Nice.
Yep. And 4th edition folks at home who have been paying attention, unlike in 3rd where you can just negate, it slowly tinks away. The armor.
Yeah, we don't have armor defeating hits anymore. We get bonus damage now instead.
It was 1 week away from not having killed that guy.
Actually, it depends. It depends on the spell. Actually, in my case, it's always bonus damage for physical attacks, but for the spell, every spell has its own entry. In this case, I get bonus duration. So this spell is going to last 5 minutes. What happens is I step onto the boat. I go down on one knee. I touch the ground, concentrate for a moment, and an eerie rune, unique to the magician, so I guess I'll have to figure out later what my rune looks like. But an eerie-looking, unsettling rune appears in the middle of the boat.
Okay.
And a cloud of freezing mist rises up out of it. All characters except the caster take, in this case, step 8 damage each round for 5 minutes. And have their movement rate reduced by half. So let me roll step 8 damage.
Okay.
Now, that's 7 damage. That's definitely going to be the 2 that I saw, because the radius on this is 2-yard radius, so everything within 6 feet of me.
Okay.
Which is why I wanted those guys to stay back off the boat. And I don't know if that's going to affect the people below decks, or the bugs below decks, but I also don't know whether or not they're going to come up above decks after being alerted to shit going down or not. So
I was going to say, you said this lasts for several minutes while in there?
Could be 5 minutes. Normally it's 3 minutes, but my high spellcasting roll made it 5 minutes.
Okay.
And I can always get out of the way if I need to during that time.
Did you need to stay in there or no?
No, it stays centered on the rune.
Oh no. Okay, so you don't need to stay in there.
Not on me. Yeah. Okay. No. Next round, I can get the fuck out of here if I feel like I'm in horrible danger suddenly or something.
Move, Greg. Get out of the way.
If I need the help of my comrades, I can get off the boat and we can fight on the pier or something.
Here is his special ruin.
It's a dick butt, yeah. It's my personal magician sigil, the dick butt. Although, to be fair, we do still need to come up with pictures for our characters for tokens. So I might as well find myself a personal rune while I'm at it next week.
You okay there,
so,
Chris?
Yeah, I just imagine that glowing with magical energy,
spinning,
and there's like a giant freezing fart coming out of it continually.
and as he comes around, each time he comes around and he looks at, as the rune comes around and looks at Gregory, it winks, you know.
Just a sort of as it spins around.
Yeah. Of course, I think we all know what Unlucky Desperado's mage sigil would look like if he was a magician. It's on every video on his
I was
channel.
gonna say the one that goes on before.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say a butt dick, but
No, it's very different. Anyway, so I can see what kind of effect that has, and
All right.
I'll either stand my ground to attract more of them, or get the hell out if shit goes really bad for me suddenly. But
I was gonna say,
that's
as you stand there, yes.
Yeah.
Gonna attract them.
Step 8 damage for them. That's 7 damage to them initially, produced by their mystic armor, if any. It's cold related damage if you care about that in any way at all.
They have mystic armor, but your bonus negates it. Oh no! Crap! You get it just goes up step.
No, nothing negates it. No, it fully applies.
Oh, I thought what's the +5 do again? I'm trying to remember that. The 5 over.
No, I was. That's what I was saying. The success levels in the case of spell casting, it all depends on the spell. Every spell has a different selection of things that it can get. In this case, it gave me +2 minutes to the duration of the spell.
Okay. So yeah, they take 6. The 2 up top take 6 damage initially. So I need to actually.
And their movement rate's reduced by half. Although they're probably close enough to reach me anyway. But if that's more of a case for if anybody's coming up from below decks to join the fight, them being slowed down might be significant.
Okay.
Maybe. Anyways, this is one of the new spells I learned from my ghost trainer buddy.
Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad.
All the timely references today.
Yeah.
What does Silver 76 have to do with this?
Yeah. Okay. So the 2 up top take some damage, but they're still standing, and you notice they're just kind of slowly buzzing around. As you stand there, make an initiative check real quick, sir.
All right.
And you two can as well if you want to. So you can kind of sit there and forego until you see something.
Which is surprisingly high for me.
11.
I have forgotten how to do this.
You should have an initiative button on your screen at the bottom
Oh,
of the map.
that's right.
Yep, I gave you initiative buttons.
Wait, where? Oh, it's not in the. Oh, there it is. Okay, found it.
Yeah, you already used it.
Okay, there it is. I was like, what number was this again? I just press the button.
Oh, I just felt like rolling twice. I guess. So you can add them together.
Yeah, that's how it works. Totally.
Add
still
all
wouldn't be the
the
first
numbers
one.
together.
Well, it looks like the GM's initiative was the best one.
Yep. It's good to know that you guys can actually see this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's the downside for me is, yeah, I'm wearing good armor and I've got a shield, but it's slowing me down.
Yeah. Okay. So the bees are the first ones, and so they come buzzing out. The other 3 come buzzing out, and they start circling around. And okay, so one tries to take a swipe at Grigori. Now the question is, will it hit?
Will it blend?
Everything will blend, sir. You just need something sharp enough.
Okay, so first one misses. That's still a miss with you, isn't it?
No, that'll be a hit. The 8.
Yeah. Oh.
Like you need 7s to hit me.
All right. So yeah, second one hits.
That'll be a miss on Kaja, but not on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's harder to hit with magic, not physical. Ooh.
Oh.
Wow.
Ouch.
Good thing you have decent armor, right?
Yeah. Now the question is, step 10. Oh, these things are. Well, you said they're like a couple feet long each, right?
Yeah.
They're like cat-sized bugs. That's pretty good damage on them. That must be some very sharp pincers. Okay, that's gonna hurt. Let me see. My armor value is, what is it again? 7, I think.
That's a stinger. It flew back. They're flying backwards at you with their butts. Is essentially how they're supposed to be attacking.
Yeah.
Oh, so
they're attacking the butt with their.
Yeah, your rune was a dick butt, and now you're being attacked by dick butts.
They found that very offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was obviously making fun of their physique. Okay, that does not exceed my wound threshold, but really only by a point. So,
How much does it get knocked down to?
Well, I take 8 damage from that after my armor.
Okay.
Which is 1 point less than my wound threshold.
Oh, God. All right. So you do that. Here's the thing. Blood veins. Once latched onto a target, the victim suffers step 5 damage each round with no reduction for armor. The bee is removed automatically if knocked down.
Ooh.
So those were those 2 that were up top. The other ones came up and they start... So Grigori, roll your damage on all these.
Does that mean they're watching and not joining the fight, or?
Yeah, they're like getting in there. They're trying to figure out what's happening because, they're bees. They're cold.
They're investigating.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it is Wyland next, was it?
No, it's you.
What's me?
It's you, I'm last.
Oh,
I think.
I thought somebody rolled. Oh, no, the 11 was the bees. Right.
Not the bees.
Yes, the bees. Okay, so I am going to need to...
No, Kaja was last. Sorry. You got a 3. You got a 5.
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
I think I am going to try to back off of the boat towards onto the pier with my buddies, so that we can make this in case a real fight engages and we can all participate. And I'm going to make use of my Fireblood talent as well.
All right. Do you roll for the damage of the thing again?
I will do that as well, yes.
Yeah.
First I'm going to roll Fireblood to see how well I heal. Perfect, I heal everything. At least until he hurts me again next round.
So what is Fireblood?
Okay, it's something I used a while back, but I'll do another dramatic reminder of role-playing it. Basically, what happens is, as I step back off of the boat, the blood trickling out of my wound sort of self-ignites and burns away, and the wound cauterizes itself. Now, in game mechanics terms, this means that I'm taking a recovery test and healing myself, which is something you're not normally allowed to do in combat, but this talent allows me to do it in combat.
You're a bastard mage who can.
Has nothing to do with me being a mage, actually. This is a Sky Raider talent. This is the talent I bought with versatility, the character creation.
Okay.
Which is why my ghost troll friend from the care had to be a Sky Raider, to explain how I learned this in my backstory. Good old human versatility. Anyway, that's all that is. So I've done that. I've done my heal for the combat that I'm not normally supposed to be able to do anyways.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you if the sudden burst of flame out of my wound bothers the bug or not, but by game mechanics, it's not supposed to actually hurt anybody. So
it's one of those things.
The bug is purely role-playing.
It's not really paying attention. It's just kind of...
It's just latched on, and it's kind of like, whoa, what the fuck was that? But it's still drinking.
Yep.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm also being like, get it off.
All right, I was gonna say, what type of action was that? Was that like a quick action, or was that a focused one type?
I think that's a standard action, which is like.
So you moved and you did a standard action, so that's kind of your whole turn.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, but let me double check and make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a standard action, so that's like my whole turn.
All right, and your damage for the ruin, the circle.
Oh yes, I already forgot again.
Yes.
8.
Okay, so that still hits them.
And if any of the other bugs decide to crush through the...
Oh, that's the damage.
No, that's the damage. Like, I don't have to keep rolling. I don't have to roll to hit anymore.
Okay.
Or at least, actually, you know what? I should double check that. That is supposed to be the damage, though. Yes. Let me double check to see if I need to re-roll spellcasting, but I don't think I do. Okay, yeah, but by the wording of the spell, it sounds like I only roll spellcasting at the beginning of the spell.
Yeah, I'm gonna treat it as this. Like, it's on how strong and how powerful it is whenever you first summon up the ruin and everything, and it stays with that consistency for several minutes.
I would say that if we were in a fight that had mixed opponents in it, like not this fight obviously, but in the future, if we're in a fight with multiple opponents that have different mystic defenses, then we would probably write down what my spellcasting result was, and then anytime anybody goes into it, compare it against each person.
You expect me to throw more than one enemy at you to keep track of all this crap? What the?
They probably fought the termites. There was like the termite drones and the termite queen.
Yeah. All right. So
they probably had different stats.
So the one on you, I'm assuming you're not right there making sure it's staying inside the circle just enough. You pulled.
No, like he was in the circle at the beginning of my turn, so he took this damage, but he's not going to take damage for next round, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And the other things, like if the other bugs go through the circle to get to us, then they're not going to be in the circle necessarily the whole time, but maybe for a round or two because of the slowdown, maybe. Yeah. I don't know what the movement rate's like, though. But even if they only have to take damage going through it once, at least I'm getting everybody with an AoE. So
yeah,
I'm
that's
happy.
The good part. All right, so the two, including the one latched onto at the beginning of your round, they are starting to look sluggish and very down. The other three, they look like they're stunned, but they're not completely dead yet. You know, they're not there. So, Wyland.
Hi.
Your turn. What do you choose to do, Mesa?
So, did he come up from the cargo hold?
I never went into it.
You never
went in the cargo hold, so you're just still fighting there. Okay, yeah. All right.
I'm standing on the pier next to you now.
Yeah, I started on the deck, just in front of you guys, and then I cast a spell, and then I backed off back to you guys on the pier.
And he has a giant bee stuck to him too.
You can see this big glowing circle and fog in front of you, and you know that you're not supposed to go into it.
Don't go in there. Don't go in the house.
Up front.
But are there three? You said just kind of like hanging out then on the boat still.
How many bugs came up from below decks?
3 came up from below, so 5 in total.
So there's five total, and one of them's
on you. 4 are still in the circle.
Kaja, that's fading off of me right now.
Kaja, do you plan on going into the boat?
No more, not near the thing. Maybe like a little closer, but nowhere near the damn
covering
circle.
The circle's covering like 60% of the top surface of the boat.
All right,
roughly.
Okay, so then I think instead what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to have to since I can't really get up there to hit one except for the one that's on him, but again I don't want to get within 6 feet, so I'm going to have to.
No. You can get within 6 feet of me. I left the rune behind on the boat.
Oh, that's right.
I stepped back out of it.
That's right. Oh, okay. Well, then if I can walk up to one and hit it, I'm going to do that.
You can hit the one that's taking a little suckle off of me there. Yeah.
You got.
I don't know. What did the other one do? Sloan, the one that missed me. Where is he right now?
He's still in the circle in the boat.
Okay. So this is the only guy in reach of you right now, anyway. Yeah.
The one that's on him is the only one that's within reach.
The only one within melee reach.
Yeah.
The other two could be missile weaponed at, but.
Well, yeah, I would hate to. I would hate to inadvertently hit you, which might happen. So yeah, I will attempt to missile one of them. So we're going to do that instead, and that is also step 8. Okay. Sling it. How about that?
Really like that. Oh yeah, that's a really good hit.
Anything about that?
Damn.
All right. And here comes the old sling.
How much did he beat their defense by?
He beat their defense by 5, so he gets a bonus.
Yeah, you add 2 steps to your roll from what you would normally roll there, Chris.
Oh, now I've got it. Now I can't use my sweet button.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, there is.
Technically,
there is an optional rule in the book that Josh mentioned that when we use bonuses like this, we can just add 2 points to the result instead of adding 2 steps to the step.
Did you want a potential to increase by 2 steps, or do you just want the definite 2 damage added?
Would it be 2 damage or 4 damage since I beat it by 2? I mean, since I beat it by at least 4 points.
No, he's asking, do you want to roll a higher step, or do you want to roll your normal step and then add 2 to the result?
You'd only get a +2 because I believe
you
it's
only
every
get a
5
+2.
over. Yeah.
No, we'll go with the step 11. It'll be step 11 damage here.
Stepping case is usually better. It's just that the other way is easier.
So which one are you attacking? One of the 3 that came up, or the one that's injured?
One of the 3 that came up.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Want to make sure to draw them into the fight.
And so it's a bonus 2 steps, you say?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 steps higher than whatever you would normally do.
Wow. Okay.
What was
There
that?
we go. Not bad.
That was a crazy owl. It sounded very echoey.
I said, wow.
Oh. I was
Wow.
surprised about the amount of echo that was in it for some odd reason.
So you get your sling up, you start whipping it around, and it goes sailing through the air, and they're slowed down. You get a nice on the head of one, and you see it get hit and fall in the water.
Ha!
It was still twitching as it went down, but now it's just sinking into the water.
Bloop.
Very nice. Like it. Like it.
So you are down 1 at least. Unless you plan to move, that will be your action, yes, or do you?
Yeah, I think. Well, let's see. Did you actually draw something there? Is that what?
That's supposed to be the boat setup. Down there.
Okay, so the boat's a longer thing,
Yes, it's a
Oh, wait.
or the boat's a shorter thing. The longer things.
the shorter
appear?
thing. The longer things appear.
Okay,
Essentially-
I'm gonna go. I'm assuming that I was probably. Yeah. Okay, there's us.
That's
I'm
what's
just
the-
gonna back up to like right about here.
Quick, get behind the mage.
Yeah.
That has more armor than you do.
I got it.
I just like to keep doing it.
I can't fuck with that anymore. So we know you're back there.
Okay.
All right, so you move behind the mage. Good to know. Haja.
Get behind it.
Is there one in the ring, but not like?
Yep.
If I stand on the outside, I can swing into it.
No, but there's just the one on my chest, I think. I
There's
don't
the one
think
on
you
his-
can reach the one in the middle.
No, most of them are near the middle, so you'd have to go in. But there is the one on the chest that if you don't get it out of him in the next round,
Oh yeah, I'm tail whapping him because the sword might kill him.
well, no. Well, yeah, if you miss, then you would be
If
attacking.
it goes through the bug to a sufficient amount.
Okay, so
It's like, here you go, roll damage on the bug and overflow damage goes to Grigori.
do a tail whap.
Let's see. It's just strength. which-
Swat it off me. Swat it off me.
Or no, it'd be melee.
When you get
weapon?
one of those,
Let's go with
get a
melee.
fly swatter and tie it to his tail.
Because I don't think you have hand to hand or anything like that.
I don't.
8.
I think
That-
he does have. Don't you have unarmed combat?
Oh yeah, unarmed combat. It should be.
You have that, don't you?
No.
No.
No?
Okay. I think you
Oh
did.
no, we were using strength for that. That's right.
Well, for the damage, you mean? It's raw strength for the damage, unless you're using the. Don't you have a dagger tied to your tail or a little club or
Yeah,
something?
It's got a little spiky thing.
Right.
So
Right.
strength +2, I think it was. Strength +2 for that weapon damage.
Yes, but
Does
this
this
attack.
even hit?
The attack
for the-
does not hit though.
You don't roll strength to hit for anything ever.
Okay, then I missed.
It would be dexterity unless you had unarmed combat.
I do not, so I missed.
Yeah, you missed. Okay.
I think you might have the option at some point in the future if you want to make your tail attacks more accurate.
All right. It's the bee's turn.
Not the bees.
Not the
Yes,
bees.
all of the bees.
God, this
Okay.
reminds me of my playthrough when I was using my bee gun. Except that I was yelling "Yes, the bees" the whole time. This looks like a job for the bees.
Ooh, bees.
It was a
Well-
fun weapon.
Beetles, but still, it's free.
Beetles. Ah,
yeah.
yeah.
Good stuff.
And here's the one attached to Grigori. Right there. Okay, so you
Kinda.
Best
are
battle map.
taking step 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
1. You take 1 point
Oh
of
no!
damage, but it's not
Okay.
negated. Your armor does not negate it.
I die immediately.
Well, now we gotta replace him.
I am Grigori's brother. Grigoro.
Gregori.
No, it's okay. I'm a nethermancer. I only get stronger when I'm dead.
But to honor my brother, can you just call me Grigori and act like I never even left or anything?
Okay, but that's creepy.
If I got killed, I'd make a different character at this point. I only bring in character clones on death if I die in like the first session or two.
Or some bullshit.
Well, I mean, but like, if I haven't had the chance to even play the character yet before I die, then
Yeah.
you might as well bring it back. But
All
No
right.
matter who it is, we're still calling them Grigori.
tiny little windling girl looks very confused being called Grigori.
This one goes to Kaj.
There we go. My next character can be that librarian chick you talked to.
Okay, that's the Kaj right there.
Yay!
That's two. Fuck it, that's next to Wayland. I can't get the freaking grid to pop back up, so I don't know where things are, and it's annoying the crap out of me. Oh my god, I finally got it. I got it, finally.
Well played, Chris. Well played.
Okay, so
He just loves pinging that thing.
this one's against Chris. It's still an
One.
8, right?
My physical defense is still... No, it's actually a 9.
It's a 9
Yeah, it
now?
may have gone up.
Yeah, it improved because I
Oh.
changed editions.
Most people get
It
a
hits.
He definitely hits.
in 4th edition. Most people get a +1 to one of their defenses when they hit second circle.
Okay, okay.
Like I got mystic defense. He probably got physical defense.
I didn't. I got social. It was because my ability scores
Oh,
yeah,
that's
worked out
why.
better.
Dakota
Hey,
might have
I'm
got
gonna-
physical
So
defense
that's a
then.
9.
I'm gonna take some damage.
Yep, because they did 9
It's
damage,
just
and they're now
9
latched to
9
you.
damage.
Yep.
All right.
Whatever
This is
armor.
reduced by this first is reduced by armor, right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right.
It's the
Counting
damage
up.
next round that won't be.
Yes.
To Kaja.
Ta-da!
The
Oh,
miss.
hell no. Yeah.
And the next one is to try to hit Grigori.
All right.
That's your hit, isn't it?
I don't know. I just see slowed in GM and then nothing.
It says 7.
Oh, sorry. It says your name again below that, so I thought there
Yeah,
was
I
something
didn't notice
ending.
that. That's weird.
7 will be a hit, though. Yes, just barely. That's exactly what they needed.
7 damage reduced by armors.
Which is 7.
So you take no damage, but it's latched onto you. Or is
You
it?
know, it's just Stinger didn't actually get into my skin.
Oh. Yeah, let's go with that.
He-
Since the armor was completely defeated.
Yeah. A lot of these abilities, I don't know if you're making these things up or not, or if they're in the book, but if it's in the book, a lot of these creature powers will usually say something like, if it causes damage, then this happens. Like poison effects or latch on effects will usually specify, like, you have to deal damage to the person for the stinger to be embedded in them, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Okay, so that one hit, since your armor blocked it, it tries to go in and it hits one of the pebbles and just kind of boop off. So
Yeah.
it is your turn.
Okay. So first off, if there's anybody, well, it looks like there's one guy still in the cloud there.
Yeah, let's go with that.
He's gonna take 5 damage.
All right, you kill that one.
Awesome.
It shrivels down and just gets covered in frost and everything. Just
Yeah. Okay. And the one that's latched onto me, I'm just going to grab it with my hand for a spellcasting result of 8, which is probably going to do it.
Are
But
you
probably
attacking
not
the
a bonus.
mystic or?
Mystic, yeah.
They have a 9.
Oh shit! I'm surprised. Okay.
Mm.
Then
It's all that blood.
while he's feeding from me, he's wriggling around with too much pleasure at my blood that I can't get a grip on him properly.
Yep. His little backsack is just
Oh
going
no,
too
Chris
fast.
is being raided by a troll.
All right. Rylan,
I think
what
that
do you
falls
do?
for your poster too.
What do I do?
Yes.
I'm going to, well, seeing as how I've got one on me, I'm assuming my quarterstaff, I can't sit there and kind of whack myself in the head. So I'm going to take out my dagger, not the one I bought, but the one I had in my possession already, and I'm going to attempt to stab that dude to get him off of me.
All right.
So, yeah. Ooh.
That's a hit with an extra
Mhm.
2.
With an extra 2, I'm going to take that.
You can
Let's see, that's
jump it up 2 steps again, or something.
so that's 7. So that's gonna be step 9 damage. All right.
Come on, big money.
And no whammies.
9. All right. It when as you stab at it, you get a good enough cut that it loses a decent amount of its own blood.
If only it had a source to replace that blood from.
And it falls out, like down on the ground and basically out of you, just out.
Oh, nice.
Is it still moving or?
It's still wriggling on the ground, but it's unconscious right now.
Ah, okay.
Oh, all right.
So I'm
That's a good sign.
assuming you're going to coup de grace the fucker the next round you get.
Or
Yes.
after the battle, more like.
It's not. It's more of a curb stomp than a coup de grace.
All right.
Yeah.
Um,
More to the point, let's wait till the battle's over before we hand out the coup de gracies.
So, in your position where you are, you could potentially, I would give this, try to do a strength check to see if you can pull the stinger out of Grigori.
Yeah, I'll give that a shot.
Okay.
Do.
You have to beat an 8. I'll say.
And this is going to be. I have a strength step of 5.
This would be fun. Oof.
Beat an 8? I
Yeah.
did not beat an 8.
You're coming close. You're being able. You're kind of doing the whole thing, but you could have gotten your foot onto his chest. Maybe you could have pulled it, but Grigori's wriggling around. This bee's wriggling around. You don't want to touch the bee too much because it's kind of disgusting.
Yes, other gross bugs.
Kaja,
Okay.
you can stab the fucker next to you.
I'm gonna stab the fucker next to me, and then after that, so I don't get any negatives, whop the closest bee with my tail if I can? Question mark.
You can try to. There's the one still on Grigori that I'll say sure you can, I guess, swipe at.
Okay, then going with weapon first, hitting the bee. I hit it. I hit
Holy
it like
crap.
a motherfucker.
Yes, you did.
God damn. How many multiples of 5 above its defense is that?
It's a 10, so that's at least 2. So he gets 4 bonuses on it
Yeah, you get plus 4 steps
to your
on this
damage,
step.
or plus 4 to the overall.
Result.
Yeah.
Taking the straight plus 4 damage would be easier and faster, but plus 4 steps might get you a better result.
Oh, yes.
Aw.
Is that with an extra 4 steps?
Yeah.
All right, that's not bad. This one also falls to the ground, wriggling still, but it's now just, you sliced it well enough. It's on the ground.
I'm free!
If you're wanting to use,
No, you're still stuck.
if you're wanting to use a move action, you can just kind of swipe it into the water and let it drown.
Just kick it
Nice.
off, yeah.
Essentially,
I think the tail thing. Oh no, wait! I can move. Tail is free for me.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So you can
So
take
yeah,
the tail swipe.
I'll do that, and then I'm gonna try to bop the thing. Which
Bop
so
it.
would I just use the melee weapons,
Twist
or
it.
would I use just dexterity?
Sting
Depends
it.
what you're bopping it with exactly.
My tail, and I don't have unarmed, so it would just be.
That'll be
my-
dex,
Yeah,
yeah.
just your straight up dex there.
Okay. Ba-da-da-da. Hey!
That hits actually.
Yay! All right, and then it's
Yeesh.
no, then it's
Dagger plus strength, I believe so.
yes, that's 8.
And just so you know, Dakota, when you get to third circle, you do have the option of taking the unarmed combat talent as your talent option for the
Okay, I'll
level
probably-
if you want to.
I'll probably do that to help with the tail stuff.
Okay, so
It's
that's
your choice, but it's a nice option.
So, at that tail slice, he sits there, slices the thing, swipes it off, uses his tail, and just kind of whips it, and it cuts right at like the base of where the stinger is the thing,
Oh,
and just
yeah,
slices it.
with a 23, yeah, fuck.
No, this is on the one that's on you.
Oh, this is which one of those rolls was that then? I don't know. Anyway,
The second two.
oh,
Second
the
two,
10,
10 and 9. Yeah, it
nine's
didn't have
good damage.
didn't have much anything left. So he slices it right at the base of the stinger, to the point where it just kind of wriggles up and curls up and dies. And the stinger is able to be pulled out because it's no longer being jabbed in, type thing, or suctioned in.
There's the troll again.
So yes,
Chris is literally trolled right now.
Sorry, he's trying to be stealthy.
but
Yes.
all right. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Dun, 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 dun. Well, I mean, there's still probably some bugs below deck, though, right?
You can go check if you want to.
Or so all three of the ones that came up are all down as well.
Yes,
Oh, nice. Okay, and none of the other ones are coming up below. Okay.
not that you can tell.
Gotta wait the 5 minutes out.
Yeah, I think we have to wait. I'm not sure if I can dismiss it prematurely or not.
You guys, I'm just
So
gonna
if
say.
you do, that happens to everybody.
I'm just gonna say you waited out. And
I mean, willingly, Chris.
you know, he's sobering up, and it's just not doing
Yeah.
it for him. But oh god, we're gonna get so many crap if anyone ever watches this.
Oh man, you did.
Yeah.
Did we make?
Out of curiosity, did you guys get hurt at all?
Nope.
Nice. Okay.
I did. I got a little bit hurt, but
Yeah.
nothing that I can't handle. I take it.
Nice.
Strong, independent woman.
That's right.
Let's wait out the spell and then head below decks then.
It just goes through. Dick butt keeps spinning around, and eventually just phases out.
I need a new rune, you guys.
I think the guy who trained me was a bit of a troll.
Literally.
More ways than one.
And it
Yeah.
phases out, so you guys are able to go on the boat.
Okay.
Yay.
All right.
I will
Let's head
lead
in.
the way since I am the uninjured one.
I think you're the better. I think you're the most heavily armored one now too.
Uh,
You got an 8 or a 9, don't you?
9
Armor.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you're better armored than me now.
And yes, I will go in first.
And he's got grandma cloak to keep him safe.
At least until we get
Grandma
enough.
cloak.
At least until we save up enough money that we've all got a Spagger scale cloaks, anyways.
Yes.
Granny Num Num's cloak was to keep him safe.
Yeah. Granny Num Num is very protective.
Okay. So you head downstairs into the thing, and you notice around you, it looks like they're building a nest. You can see what looks like some larvae that you can easily just go onto. But none of them look like matured. It looks like they're just setting up here, and you can see some fish that are being devoured and things like that for sustenance. If you can go around and just break, like if you've been around wasp and stuff like that, where you can just break their nest and destroy any larvae in there. And that will remove the infestation, essentially. You can toss a few things into the ocean to make sure it doesn't.
Okay, yeah. So it looks like those 5 were the only adult ones.
Yes.
Squish.
Whenever you first step
Sounds
on one, you
good.
realize it's really a lot of goo that comes out of the larvae.
Oof.
Drown them.
The owner of this boat's gonna be mopping this place for a while. Yeah, let's just take the highest and just chuck them in the water.
Okay. So you do that. It takes a few minutes to get back and forth because there's a decent amount, but it's kind of crumbly. So,
Oh, sure.
because it's mostly mud and spit.
Hmm.
You get back up. The owner's just kind of sitting there waiting, looking, going, is it done? Are they gone?
Is done, but you may want to take a careful look around to make sure no larvae are hiding. Do not know where infestation originated from.
It's all these boats that come in, and who knows? pirates could have brought it in, one escaped or several escaped. I don't know.
He's gone for now, though. Yes.
Yes.
Might be a bit messy, but yes.
Just make sure we did that. No hives were missed.
Thank you. Thank
We
you
got
so
all
much. Thank
ones
you.
we could see.
And so he just kind of shaking your hands a lot and back and forth, shaking the hands, doing the pat on the shoulders. So kind of over gracious about the whole thing.
We do what we can.
So yeah. And he gives you your payment of $750 total.
Nice, 250 each.
Mhm.
Easily divisible. I like it.
And you can choose what to do next. You can go visit Rex Ray's next of kin. You can go see about dealing with the crack bill.
Well, considering the Rex Ray's next of kin was in the pier area as well, let's follow up with that. So it's just like practically next door.
Yep.
Then we might want to do a little alchemical shopping.
Crack billing.
I think at this point we've got a good stash of money on each of us to the point where we might want to think about splitting the cost for a team, a last chance salve. Now that we can afford one.
All right. So you go to look for Rex Ray's next of kin.
Yes.
As you start going, you notice this taking you into what you've heard a couple of people refer to as the old quarter of Europa. Some of the gleaming white buildings are now turned into older wood. Some that you can obviously tell have a facade over them of the new material, but aren't as maintained because no one really lives in this area. No one really maintains this area.
Right.
And you notice there is what looks to be an old tower there. It's not as grand and as tall as the new ones, but it looks like something that is old, is well worn, is
vintage.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Vintage could be a word, you hipster. And so
vintage means old, but in a good way.
And it looks like it's been maintained. The hedges are trimmed and everything. And as you approach, it's quiet. Silence around you. Not this music. So you're playing that at the wrong point. So yes.
So that's the illusionist skilled where you get music just coming out of thin air for no reason.
Is it silence as in unusual or unnatural silence, or just generally got real quiet?
It got
lower
real
activity as opposed to
Yeah.
zone of silence or something.
Yeah, it's one of those things of the whole time you've been in town, it's been bustling, noise, things going on, just walking around. You imagine you're in a large city like New York or something. You just constantly hear people. You know you're surrounded. But now, it's like you're suddenly no one's around. Like everything feels abandoned in this area.
And you said most of the buildings around it look like they're abandoned, just not this one?
Yes.
So that's not necessarily super unusual then.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's head up to the door then, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's.
What do you do? It is locked when you get there, and
God, why does this guy keep a microphone on his door?
Want a fluffy pillow?
you see like what looks to be this little peek hole area with a little hinge in there open up. Somebody just looks slightly older, a younger elf, looking elf. Just what?
I will speak in Sprethiel. Good day. We're looking for a mezzo.
That's me. What do you want?
It's a bit of a confusing story. We, in a certain way, apparently know your ancestors, specifically Rex Ray.
You should leave. And he closes the little thing.
I'll kind of like get close to the thing and say, not that's not gonna happen. This is kind of important. We probably could use at least maybe a little bit of help from you, but we won't be leaving. Sorry.